Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate, and I'm back with another episode of Paranormal Talk, the Paranormal App Test. Today I'm super stoked to be testing this app. It's been on my list for a while. I've seen it all over Facebook and on multiple YouTube accounts, and I don't know if you guys just saw that light flashing behind me, but I have no idea where in the fuck that came from. That was weird, and it just did it again. Might be a good night for this. Tonight, we're going to be delving into the app called Necrophonic by Chris Rogers. So this app is an ITC device, and it contains a phonetic generator that is slightly different from any other phonetic generator that you've probably ever encountered. Why? Because it doesn't contain any full words. It contains partial words, phonemes, and the normal things that you would need to say a word, such as abe, de, say, no, stuff like that would form full words. It contains no full words in the phonetic generator database. I like that. Why? Because that means if you get a complete word, and why the hell it keeps flashing? If you get a full word, then it is most likely a spirit manipulating the device speaking to you. Now, on the echo and reverb settings, that's going to be the recommended. That's probably what I'm going to run. I'm really intrigued to see how this app works, and I'm hoping to get some really good results with it. I probably won't finish the test tonight. I will probably test it some tomorrow, and then I'll just splice the videos together like I always do. And if I can't figure out what in the hell that flashing light is, that is going to bother the ever-living shit out of me. You know what? I wonder if it's my movement compared to the lamp here in the kitchen. Just kind of causing it to... Okay, I just saw it against. That's exactly what it is. Alright guys, never mind. I figured out what that flashing light is. It's just the movement due to the lighting. Okay, I feel much better about that. However, that doesn't mean that this Necrophonic app is not going to give me some good results tonight. Because we're going to test it. We're going to test it thoroughly. We're going to jump into it. You know what, guys? Without further ado, I'm done talking. I'm ready to test this. Fuck it. Let's get it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at Necrophonic. You see it appears here. It's got a black square with a pentacle and what looks to be a cog work around it. So we're going to click on that. Make sure I'm screen recording. I am. And it looks like this, okay? So when you first start the app up, I had literally just started it up and wanted to start over on the record. It just says some random stuff that happens to come on the screen. So the recommended way to run this is with the echo and the reverb. But I want to start off testing it without the echo and reverb, so we're just going to use the start. You have the white noise DR60 sound bank down there at the bottom. You can activate that as well, and we'll probably mess around with that a little bit. So some of the things that I did catch in my last little session that I forgot to put the microphone on for was there was a spirit that announced itself as Zozo, which if you don't know what Zozo is a demon that has said to manifest the Ouija boards. It's never really, as far as I'm aware of, been known to hurt people. But it's still a little bit disturbing to know that I own 2 Ouija boards, even though they're kept outside in a shed. The boxes are, blessed and all that good stuff, and I just keep them outside. That something would come through and present itself as Zozo. Another interesting thing was I asked it to tell me my girlfriend's name, and it pretty much told me her name, first and last, minus 3 letters. So that was relatively interesting. I don't know if it was a coincidence that it left off those 3 letters, or if it just didn't have the oomph, I guess you could say, to put those 3 letters on there. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to shut myself up. And we're going to get started with this app test. Ready? Let's get it. So first things first, actually, I think a smart thing for me to do is I'm going to ask a question and then start it and give about 7 to 8 seconds for anything to respond. And then I'll stop it, think about it, ask another question. And then we'll do it that way. That way you guys can actually hear what I'm asking without the overlap of the actual app. I guess you could say altering the integrity of what I'm saying so you can clearly hear what I'm asking. I'm speaking to only spirits that reside in this house. Any spirits that do not reside in this house, you are not welcome to join me in this session. You are not welcome in the house, and I will tell you to leave now. If you are in this house, I will invite you to come forward, speak to me. Tell me, what is your name? Can you tell me what year it is? I don't think I heard any responses in there, but then again, guys, once again, keep in mind when I'm using this app, the screen record is a lot lower than what I'm actually hearing. So it appears that the volume is all the way up, but on my end, it's not all that loud. So I will be going back, having a re-listen on this, and hopefully be able to point things out. I'll splice little sections in, and we'll go from there. So can you tell me, please, what year is it?
So
It almost sounded like it said 70 something there. Can you tell me, if there are already spirits that live in this house, how many are living here with us?
the
That was a weird noise.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting concept how this works. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like it. It's intriguing. I've not used an app of this style before. So as of right now, I really like the setup. It's fresh, it's new, it's something that I'm not used to, and I appreciate it. Can you tell me, what is my son's name? And I want the whole name, not an abbreviation. What is my son's name? And the lights in here just flickered. Then again, the lights might be flickering because we have a snowstorm going on right now. It's not really a snowstorm, it's more like a dusting. It was supposed to be a nor'easter that turned out not to be a nor'easter. All right, so can you tell me, how did you die? That was an interesting response. I don't know what they just said there. It sounded like multiple words. Alright, so we're going to run this the recommended way, guys, and I'm going to go back down through these questions. I have more questions that I would like to ask, but with the echo and the reverb, that is the recommended way to run this. So we're going to do that, and then I think the next way we're going to test it is with the white noise by itself, and then maybe with the echo, the reverb, and the white noise. So we're going to go from here, echo and reverb. My name is Nathan. I approach you with the utmost respect. Can you please come forward? Tell me what your name is. So I did hear one voice in there that almost sounded like it said Danny, perhaps. If you'll notice, the way the echo and reverb works, and the reason why that works so well, is two different noises can come through that are offset in pitch, and it can almost formulate words and sentences. So I can understand how that technique would work better than just using the regular phonetic generator that doesn't actually contain any full words, because that can kind of piece the phonetics together to formulate words. So that is really interesting. Can you please tell me, what year is it where you live? I didn't hear anything there. If there are any spirits here with me, how many spirits reside in this house? That almost sounded like a clear 6. Almost sounded like it said unknown. So, I asked this question earlier. Can you tell me my son's name? I don't want an abbreviation. Can you tell me my son's full birth name? I just said Nate. It said my name. Y'all heard that, right? Almost sound like it said Jameson. Okay, so actually, I got a response to this last time, as I told you guys at the beginning of the video. You said it the other night. I want to see if you can repeat it. I want repeatable responses. Can you tell me my girlfriend's name? Okay, so that, I'm pretty sure that just said snowball. So I'm gonna make a note of that because I got some notes going on here. So I'm pretty sure it just said snowball, which is kind of interesting considering, as I said earlier, we're supposed to be in the middle of a nor'easter, but our nor'easter is more of a not nor'easter. We've only gotten like 1/4 of an inch so far. Didn't hear it say her name, so I want to be respectful about this. I don't want to ask in a rude way. If there's anyone here with me, can you tell me, please, how did you die? Thought I heard I don't know, but so, and that's the thing of using these kind of ITC devices, guys, is, when you're using an ITC device, everything you hear is left up to the ear of the beholder. I mean, what I could be hearing might just be pure nonsense. It literally could just be a bunch of shit that's strung together that sounds like words to me in the moment. I'm not saying that what I'm hearing are actual words, because until I go back and actually listen to it in its entirety, I'm not going to be positive. But I will say that I think there's been a few times I have heard something, but I can't, for certain say that what I'm hearing is legitimately anything other than just jumbled noise from the way that the app works. So we're going to move on to the next question. Quite simply, can you hear me speaking to you? And it almost just sounded like it said Zozo again, which was funny because I was... Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that go zo, 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 zo. So here's the funny thing. With the echo on, it could have just been the echo. It literally just could have said zo, and because of the echo, it added all the other zos. But I was literally just reading the next question, which involved the other night where it said Zozo. So that's kind of freaky. I don't believe in coincidences per se, so that was kind of freaky. But let's go ahead on that and move on to the next question. The other night, something came through that said its name was Zozo. Are you Zozo, or are you associated with Zozo? Almost sounded like it said "don't listen" right there. All right, so I'm gonna walk upstairs real quick. I have a trigger object that I want to test out. I have a football that you very lightly tap. It's similar to a cat ball, like with a light. You very lightly tap it and it will light up. I want to see if I can get something to interact with that. And I might do that on the actual video. But hang on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I have returned. So I would like to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here as far as the light up football goes. So ignore the stuff on the table. I'm Christmas shopping this week, so bear with me. Alright guys, so this is the light up football that I'm talking about. You don't really have to move it all that much. A nice, decent tap will make it light up most times. So that's what I'm trying to get the trigger. Let me get that sitting nice and still. All right, let's finish the experiment. All right, so we're back on the Necrophonic app. So I have a football on the table that will light up if you touch it. I'm gonna turn the light off. And I'm going to invite you to come forward and touch the football. And while you're touching the football, please feel free to say anything to me that you would like. I would love nothing more than to hear you speak. So please, can you come and touch the football for me? Nothing on the football yet, guys. It almost sounds like it said touch the ball. So something I would like to note. When I went upstairs to get the football, like the whole house pretty much, it's got a particular smell to it. My girlfriend likes to burn candles and has scentsy things everywhere and whatever. When I went upstairs, it did not smell all that pleasant. It wasn't sulfurish, but it didn't per se smell like it normally does. I have the baby monitor going. I haven't seen anything irregular, but most definitely does not smell like it normally would, which could be concerning. But as of the current moment, I'm just gonna chalk it up to coincidence, considering I'm doing a paranormal experiment here, and maybe my sensories are playing tricks on me, which is always a possibility when you're doing this form of experiment. So I'm not going to log that up as being something paranormal in any sense at this current moment. So, can you tell me, are you a male or female?
Da, da, da.
Let's just say boy. That was pretty clearly a boy there. Alright, so I'm going to move on to my next page of questions. So since that said boy, it kind of leads into my next question. Is whatever residing in this house, are you a child or an adult? It says spirit. You guys hear that? That was clearly said spirit. And kissed. And the lights just flickered. Can you tell me, do you live here full time? Or do you travel to other locations? Can you travel to other locations? So I know that sounded like it said nah, but that literally could be just part of the phonetic generator. And considering if there's a spirit here, I highly doubt it's from the 90s when nah was a common thing. I would assume it would say something more like no, or I cannot, or something along the lines of that. So we're just going to chalk that particular response there up to coincidence. If you live here, do you live here full time, or can you travel to other locations?
Go.
That was a pretty deep no. When you were alive, did you have a job? If you had a job, what did you do for work? So my son claims to see the spirit of a cat. Is there actually a ghost cat in my house? I believe I have seen it once before myself, and I know for a fact I have felt what appeared to be a cat curl up next to my feet on the bed before, but we don't own a cat yet. We recently just adopted one, but we haven't even picked it up yet. So, is there a ghost cat in this house? And is it actually an animal spirit at all? I don't know what that loud scream was there, but it almost sounded like maybe he died. Is like I heard what sounded like could have been maybe, and then the loud he died. But I could be wrong there. As I said, guys, when you're using these ITC apps, it's left up to speculation as to what you're hearing. So I'm going to repeat that question. Is there a ghost cat that lives in my house? Pocket? Do you like us living in this house with you? You don't bother us. We actually quite enjoy having you here. Do you care if we live here? Since of course right there, of course. And once again, it could be speculation, but that's what I heard. Can you tell me? I've heard legends that mirrors are gateways. This house has, quite a few mirrors. My girlfriend's got them all over the place. Do you travel through the mirrors? Alright guys, so some possible responses there. I want to go ahead and turn on the white noise generator. So the thing about the white noise generator is that's going to operate whether or not I'm actually doing a session. So you're going to hear the white noise regardless. As soon as you turn it on, you notice I turn it off, it stops, turn it on, it starts. You're going to hear that regardless. And I did realize that during my other session the other night. So with the white noise on, can you tell me, how old are you? It says something there, but I'm not sure what. Can you tell me, did you die peacefully? Can you please come forward and tell me my name? Oh, so I'm pretty sure you guys heard that. That just said Nate. That was pretty clear. I don't even have to go back and review it to say that I heard that. That was relatively clear. Can you tell me my son's name? So one thing I want to note there is I thought I heard a what sounded like a little girl say he's tall. My son is in like the 96th percentile for height for his age. He's relatively tall for his age. So that's possibly correlative. It's an interesting response. Hang on, I'm writing down these questions. Some of them I'm writing down as I ask them. So the other night you said my girlfriend's name, or a majority of it. I would like it if you could do that again. Could you please tell me my girlfriend's name? Alright guys, so I think that this is a very interesting app, and I don't want to test it for too long tonight, but I think I have enough right now to base off of what I've gotten for a final conclusion on this app, and I'm going to go back through and listen to everything, and then I'm going to present an evidence caught from this app video, so be on the lookout for that. I'll join you in just 1 second, guys, for my final conclusion on the Necrophonic app. So guys, that was my initial test of the Necrophonic app by Chris Rogers. If you notice, I said initial because I will be testing this app again. I feel that there's a need to. There's too many unanswered questions for me on this particular app. I would love to thank Jay Paranormal once again for recommending that I go and test this app. The link to her YouTube channel will be in the description below. Please be sure to go give her a subscribe and like some of her videos. Share them if you would like to. I don't think she would mind. So, what do I think of the app? I think the way the app works is really well done. I like the phonetic generator, how it doesn't have full words and it kind of pieces together partial phonetics to make full words, and the echo and the reverb definitely help make that happen. I feel like I possibly got some responses. I won't really honestly know until I go back and review them, but I'm going to release, as I said, an evidence review video. So I think that the app itself is very well done. I'm not too big on the DR60 sound bank though. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people love it. Not my favorite part of the app. I feel like if you're gonna use a white noise generator, just use a white noise generator. And holy, y'all see that crap? It's snowing and I hate snow. Yet here I am outside filming this because I love y'all. So y'all better love me. Anyways, not a fan of that. If you're gonna use a white noise generator, just do me a favor. Use a white noise generator. There's no sense in adding in all of the other internal mechanism sounds. To me, it kind of muddied up everything that I was hearing. So it was kind of difficult for me to assess what was being said. Whereas with the echo and the reverb, it was quite clear when everything came together what was being said for the most part. Like I said, I had kind of a low hearing issue on my side, as I always do when I use the screen record. However, when I was using the straight everything, just straight app, without the echo, without the reverb, without the white noise, I wasn't all that impressed. I don't feel like it was giving me any kind of responses, and that was for the first app test that I did the other night that my dumbass forgot to turn the microphone on for, and this one. But I feel like every time that I've tested this, which so far is twice, the last time I tested it for almost 35 minutes in a solid period, and I feel as though as soon as I turned that echo and reverb on, and you could kind of hear everything piecing itself together through the echo and reverb, that part works. That is excellent, and I like the way it works. So am I going to tell you that this app is not worth $10? No. I personally believe that this app is worth the $9.99, I just rounded up to 10, that you're going to pay for it to try it. And Chris Rogers has another app out that I have not tested yet, and I'm not going to release the name. Why? Because I don't remember it, but I do remember seeing it. So I will definitely be trying that one out as well at some point in time if it works as good as this one does. And I have seen a few YouTube videos on it, and it seems to work in a similar fashion, but more as a spirit box, which is more of my forte. It's more of what I'm used to using. So, final conclusion. Necrophonic by Chris Rogers. Is it an app that you want for your paranormal toolbox? I think it's $10 that you should at least spend to try it. If you get great results, please let me know, guys. I'd love to hear your stories. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You know where I am. And if you hear any kind of wind interference on this, I'm sorry, guys. It's about 25-mile-an-hour winds out here. However, guys, Nate signing out. That was the Necrophonic app test. Chris Rogers makes the app, and I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely go and give this app a try. I think you'll find it is $10 well spent. I'll see y'all next time.